We are back with yet another video. Let me grab my hat because my hair's all messed up. Get a haircut, but that's besides the point.
We go on the beat.
As you guys remember from last time, we did the oil change on the Beamer. Brakes this time. So yes, brakes. Got OEM ones. These are the front pads. They're pretty hefty and beefy. And I also have the rear pads right here. We went OEM. Kept the stock for now, you know. Maybe when we hit the track or, you know, Mexico runs, I'd, you know, upgrade them or something. But time being, OEM will be sufficient. Like I said before, jack pads, jack stands right there. Get my jack. We're gonna lift up the car and then we'll go from there. Here is the car. It's a bit cleaner than last time. Still need to do a full detail on it, so that'll come maybe in the future. Have this thing detailed and dolled up. Let's get on to jacking up the car. Jack pad with my jack. 2 jack stands, 1 on each side. I'm gonna focus on the front for now, so I'm gonna do the fronts and then I'm gonna work my way to the back. Once you jack up the car and you got your jack stand on the jack point with the jack pad, just slowly release and we're good to go on the front. Let's get started. Brake time. The tools you will need: a 17mm socket to take off the lug nuts from the wheel, a rubber mallet, and some punch tools. I got 2 sizes, one's finer than the other, and of course your brakes. I'm gonna grab some grease as well, just in case we don't want any brake squeal. But apart from that, let's take the wheel off and go from there. Now, one thing to note on these BMWs, maintenance is key. Maintenance is definitely a big part on these cars. Why? Because you don't want to spend the extra money when something goes bad and you wait and postpone it rather than fixing it the first time. Now we're just loosening up the lug nuts by hand. Once they're all free, you can get the wheel off. As you guys can see, there's my caliper. Please don't mind the rock chips on that. I'm gonna get them repainted sooner than later. So if you know what color that you would like to see with the satin black, I like the red just because my interior is red, so I might just redo them the same color. But if you want to see a different color, do drop it in the comments below. Once we have all the lug nuts off, we can simply just pop the tire off. Now I just set it to the side. Now I forgot to mention this, but another tool that you are going to need are some fine needle nose pliers. Why? Because we're gonna have to take off the brake sensor, and this is key to taking that off. Here are my brake pads. Here are my brake calipers. These are your brake calipers, and your brake pads are right in here. Now, first things first, right in here, we're gonna use that punch tool that I was talking about with the rubber mallet and slide these pins out to then release the brake pads. To note is you're gonna wanna pop open the hood, and under the right side or in front of the driver's side, there's this panel. You're gonna remove that. It's 3 10mm. I already went ahead and took that off, but you're gonna find your reservoir. For your brake fluid, all you're gonna do is just open it, and you can leave it right on top so you don't misplace it, but just to relieve some pressure so you can then work with the pins on the calipers. So as you can see right here, this punch tool punches this through, and the pin basically slides out. We're gonna get this all the way through, get this out, and that's 1 of 2. We're gonna repeat this on the other side, but we're gonna go step by step. Once we have both of the pins out, we can set that to the side. Time to take this bracket out to then slide these 2 calipers out and put in the new ones. Once you get the pins out, the bracket should just slide right out. Set it to the side with the pins, and now pretty easily you are able to slide out the brake pads. These are pretty, oh yeah, no, these are worn. Yeah, let's compare these real quick. You can see the difference between the new one to the old one. Yeah, these were done. They got some good runs in them. Time to upgrade. Once you have the pads out, what you're gonna wanna do is compress the pistons back, simply because the new ones aren't gonna fit. So what I like to do is actually put the old brake pad back in, and with the old brake pad in, I basically just push and pull against the caliper. You can use the same one on the other side, and then push against the pistons to then push them back and allow the new one to slide in. Something I like to do before sliding in the new caliper is actually adding some brake grease on the back, just so these brakes don't squeal in the future. And this is basically where the brake pistons would come in contact with the brake. Therefore, I'm adding a little bit of grease right here. Then we can just slide it in. Grab your caliper and slide it right in. Same thing on the other one. And then we just slide it in. Now that both brake calipers are in, we're simply going to reverse the process add the bracket followed by the pins. Simply add the bracket right here to hold the calipers in, and we're gonna slide the pins in. So the only difference for the driver's side compared to the passenger side is this sensor right here, and it's the brake wear sensor. All you really have to do is just pop it off and replace it with your new ones. They have a little rivet or slot right here where the sensor goes. So you pop it off the old one and just transfer it over to the new one. Once that's done, same process for the front, and the front will be done after that. Now the rear is basically the same process. Grab your punch tool, one of them right here, one pin here, and then the other pin right there. Get those out, and then we're able to take the bracket out and slide the old calipers out so you can swap them in for the new ones. We're almost there. So same thing like I did on the front, some brake grease on both sides. These are the rears, just slide them in. One thing to note, the brake sensor, which is right here, you do just slide that in like so. So once you slide the sensor in, all you got to do is simply slide the pad in. Next thing's next, bracket and pins. Pretty simple, straightforward. After that, we're pretty much done, and we'll go, you know, bed the pads and test drive real quick. And just like that, we're all wrapped up with the brake job. Only thing to do now is throw slap the tire on, lower the car, and bed the pads, then, you know, go from there, test drive it. So successful, dirty hands, show for it. All that's left now is to lower the car. Everything's tight, we're all set. Shout out Henry for the assistance. Shout out Peluchin for coming and holding the brakes for me. But $50, it's good, it's good. And all that's left is to just clean up now. The brakes are done on the M. One step closer to full maintenance. Next thing I think will be brake fluid. We're gonna do a full flush on the brakes. Yeah, I know I should have done it right now, but it's okay. I didn't have the fluid on me, so another vlog coming soon. So the old brake pads are out. New ones are on. We gotta reset the light now. But apart from that, we're pretty much done here.
Boba?
Boba time.
Pollo.
Pollo, that works too. But yeah, let's go. Now that we're in the car, let's reset the brake light. What you're gonna do is you're gonna press the start button, press the ignition button without holding down the brake, and we're actually gonna hold down the trip odometer. Now we are gonna hold this button down for a while. It may take a few seconds, but just be patient with it, and once it pops up on your center dash, I'm gonna show you guys just how to navigate through it. Shouldn't take too long. If it does, I'm taking my ass back inside because it is too damn cold out here. Okay, so here it is, you guys. Engine oil, rear brake pads, vehicle check, brake fluid. I do need to do the brake fluid. We just did the front brake pads. We did the engine oil literally a while ago, so I'm probably gonna reset that one as well. And we did the rear ones too, so we're gonna change those two or reset those two. So let's go to brake. I'm gonna hold it down at the trip odometer. Reset is asking. I'm gonna confirm yes. Hold it down again. Resetting in progress. You wanna hold it down till that bar fills up. Boom. Wait, what? I guess I gotta change the sensors. What about the rear ones? Hold down, reset, yes. Hold it back down. Reset in progress, hold it down, and... Okay, let's try the actual engine oil reset. Okay, we just reset the oil, that's good. I didn't change out the actual sensor, and I think the brakes wore down far enough to actually disrupt that actual sensor. Okay, so unsuccessful. I do know why. It's because I didn't switch out the sensors. Okay, so all you really need to do, like I said, was just hold down that trip odometer button right there and then just toggle through the settings. Okay, so as you guys saw, we were not able to successfully reset the front brake light for the car simply because the sensor, once it wears down, that sensor goes off to notify you, hey, you know, you need brakes. In my case, I literally waited like 1-2 days too long. It's okay, I'll buy the sensor, I'll swap it in whenever I have time, maybe in a future video. But the front and brake pads are on the car, so that does give me peace of mind, even though the car is gonna tell me, hey, you know, switch your goddamn brake pads. But we're good. Simple enough. All you really need to do when resetting it is messing around with that toggle button right here and navigating through the system. I'm basically bedding the brake pads right now. Typically what you want to do is find a nice stretch of road and you want to get the car up to speed around 35 miles per hour, and you basically pick it up to 35 miles per hour. After that, you come to pretty much a complete stop from 35 to 5 miles per hour. You repeat this about 3 or 4 times just so that the brake pads bed to the rotors It's pretty important. Otherwise, you get uneven wear. You can even get warped rotors, etc. But apart from that, that's pretty much it. We got the job done. Brake pads are done. As you guys remember, we did oil change. Next thing I do want to do is brake fluid. I want to just flush the whole system, get new fluid into the system, fresh, everything. After that, I think I'm gonna do transmission service, if not the differential oil. I do have to check and see how the condition is on that. After that, I think it's pretty much safe to say that we can start installing some go fast parts. So stay tuned. Plenty more parts to come for the car. I do have some carbon on the way. I'm not gonna spoil it, but there is some carbon on the way. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video, y'all. Stay safe till next time, and like always, keep it authentic. Peace.